Hello, welcome back to Made by Heart Homestead. Today we're going to plant an herb garden and make a bee waterer, so stay tuned. Our friends over at Alderman Farms recently got bees, and that got me thinking, even though I can't have bees here, what can I do to attract them to my garden and to help take care of them? Well, one of the things that I'm going to do is make a bee waterer, a place where they can come and drink that's shallow and they have a way out. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have a small terracotta pot, and I have these decorative stones from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to pour them in here. I think I'll add a few more. I wasn't sure whether I would need any more or not. And that way, when you fill it with water, the bees can get in there and rest on the rocks and drink. So I'm going to put this in the garden, and every time I water the garden, or anytime it rains, it'll fill up and they'll have water to drink. So now let's get on to our herb garden. As some of you may know, I sell bread at our local farmer's market. Well, at the farmer's market, there is a guy that has all kinds of plants, vegetables, herbs, flowers, things like that. And I have found that it's cheaper to buy from your local farmer's market than it is to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or any of your nurseries. I was able to get this pack of herbs, where there's 4 in there, for $2. Same with this one. And I was able to get these 2 big pots and this sage for $4. So for $9, I got 11 plants. I got 3 rhubarb. I got cilantro, thyme, rosemary, basil, oregano, and lemongrass. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these in the pots. Oh, and I got dill. Sorry about that. This is a 14-inch pot that I've filled with potting soil, and I'm gonna plant the big tall ones in the middle first. So I'm going to do the lemongrass. This stuff smells so good. I didn't dig that out big enough. Oh. There we go. And I'm going to do the thyme, rosemary, and sage in the same pot. So let me get the sage. I'm going to plant them close to the edge. Nose is itching for some reason. I'll do the rosemary next. Come on out of there. I'll do the thyme. I'm sorry, I paid $5 for these because I had the sage, and I paid $2 a piece for the big pots. That wasn't adding up to me. $9. So there I have my lemongrass, my sage, my rosemary, and my thyme. And I'm going to go ahead and take this over to the patio. Now I'm going to plant my dill in the middle of this one. And I'm going to plant my oregano. My basil. And my cilantro. So, right here. And the other three are rhubarb. It's called a Victoria rhubarb. And I'm going to have Billy till me up a spot to put the rhubarb in later. So let me get this put on the patio, and we will take the bee water out to the garden and water it. The peppers and tomatoes are getting really big. I planted all of this from seed on my kitchen table, except for that thing. Billy thinks that is a wild lettuce. If you have any idea what it is, if it's wild lettuce, let us know. If it's not, please let us know, because I don't want that thing in my garden if it's not wild lettuce. Our bee waterer filled up while I was watering the garden. It's my ancho. Keep getting my shadow in the way. That's my ancho. Those are my jalapenos. These are my eggplants. They've really gotten big since I brought them out here. That's my Tabasco, or no, that's my cayenne and my Tabasco. I planted Swiss chard up against there, but I don't think it's going to come up because the chips keep falling back in. These two tomato plants right here are Giant Belgium. The two at the end are Old German. Those four right there are Federale paste. Oh, it's coming up. This is my butternut. This is my butternut. My acorn is supposed to be right here, but it's not come up yet. This is my yellow crookneck, and there should be another yellow crookneck coming up in here, and it may not. We'll see. And this is my black cherry. Those things are so good. I've got all that on there for bugs. All the bug netting over the cattle panel trellis. Because if you remember last year, I had a really bad bird problem. They kept nipping my tomato plants off at the ground. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here. And let's go see how the blackberries and the comfrey is doing. The blackberries have been loaded with blooms. A lot of them have fallen off already. I don't think we're going to have as many blackberries this year as we did last year, but we're still going to have quite a bit. Billy trimmed out all of the dead branches, so it's looking a little better. So now let's go see the comfrey. My comfrey is doing really good. This one over here came back last year really big. This one was kind of tiny, kind of like what it is right now, but I think it's going to get a lot bigger this year. I had 3. I had one over here, but it didn't come back. Here is the thyme, rosemary, sage, and lemongrass. And here is the basil, oregano, cilantro, and dill. I watered them off camera. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. It's not much, but it's what's going on around here. I hope you all have a blessed day, and until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.